Are you dating that creeper? This conversation's getting a little awkward. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Fine, suit yourself. Hey, Oliver. Oliver, wake up. You sure Koopa came back last night? Yeah, I'm positive. She woke me up last night. Okay, well, let me stop by my house real quick before I... What is all this?
CarFlo, I'm back.
Koopa? Koopa, is that you?
Hey, CarFlo.
Try it. Maybe it will turn you to human or something.
Really?
Koopa! You're human!
Am I really? I can't believe it.
Koopa. Own. Koopa? Hey, Koopa. Koopa? Koopa? Can you help me find Koopa? She ran away again. Koopa! I'll go look over here. Where could she have gone? Koopa! Are you here?
Why was I born like this?
Koopa, I'll just take you home and we can talk about it.
Okay. Thanks, CarFlo. I'm sorry I acted that way.
Oliver, it's not what you think.
Calm down, CarFlo. I didn't see anything. And besides, I know how you really are. What does he mean by that?
Nothing. Oliver, what are you doing here? You're embarrassing me.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything embarrassing. I'm here to play some music. You're insecure, don't know what for. You're
Oh my God, Koopa. It's that song.
He's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I guess.
In the way that you are is enough. Everyone else in the...
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of My Friend is a Creeper. I know it's been a while, and there's a few changes, so I want to show you a little bit about what changed. There's really nothing in my house that changed, but the villagers. They're different. Do you notice something different about these villagers? Yeah, that's right. Armin is actually Armin from Attack on Titan. Hey, Armin. So he's protecting the village, he's patrolling around, and this is Levi, our other guard. Oh, and we have a neighbor. Yeah. Yep, that's right, it's Oliver. I don't know what he's doing, though. But that's not what's important. Koopa's the one that's important. Koopa! Hey, Koopa. Oh my God. That's not Koopa. You're an imposter! Back off! Koopa, please don't watch this. Oh, I hope Koopa didn't notice. Hey, Koopa! Hey! Hey! Koopa! It's in the middle of the night as you suddenly wake up. Okay, so the last conversation we had her sleep over and it ended there, and now I brought her to my house just so it feels like it's right. So here we go. It's in the middle of the night as you suddenly wake up. You're thirsty, so you decide to get some water. You stumble out of bed and walk down a dark staircase. As you pass by the window, you notice a dim gleam outside. You decide to ignore it for now and go into the kitchen. As you're finished, you go back and look through the window again. But you can't notice anything out of the ordinary. It's in the middle of the night and you're tired, so it might just be your imagination. Let's go back outside. You grab yourself a bit of wardrobe and head to your door. As you open the door, you feel the cold air rushing inside. You quickly step outside and watch for the light that you've seen. But there's nothing there. You walk down the plains for a few steps, but there's nothing here either.
CarFlo?
You turn around and see Koopa standing behind you and giving you a tired look.
I noticed you weren't in your bed anymore. What are you doing outside here?
I thought I saw something.
Saw what?
You tell her about it.
Well, I see. But here's nothing. Or at least, I don't see anything. And to be honest, I'm too tired to look for now. Let's do that tomorrow, okay?
She sits down on a rock.
It's way too late for my taste. Not to mention, wet.
You notice it started drizzling again.
But on the other hand, I'm normally never awake at this time. And the sky looks amazing. Look, it's full moon.
Kind of romantic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Come, sit down next to me.
I sit down next to her.
Let's enjoy the night for a while. Now that we're awake already, we should at least do something with it.
You both sit there for a few minutes while she's watching the sky.
Wonder how long it is until the sun rises back up. Judging the horizon, it's still in the middle of the night. Speaking of horizon, I can't even see it. It's a bit hidden in fog. Well, guess that's normal when the air is that damp. And it's still raining. Wonder how these little clouds can keep that much water.
She watches them, a bit irritated. Suddenly, you notice it's slowly becoming darker.
Huh? The moon is clouding up the... No, wait, I meant... They're clouding up the moon.
She closes her eyes and leans herself on you.
I'm so sleepy.
She mumbles for a while, but you can't understand what she's saying. She sits back up.
I need to be careful so I don't fall asleep already.
She stretches herself and looks around herself.
Is it just me, or is the fog starting to come closer? I feel like it's getting thicker. Maybe it's rising up from the river down there.
Shivering, Koopa pulls her clothes a bit tighter.
I'm freezing.
I offer her my jacket.
Are you sure this is okay?
Sure.
Well then, thank you.
You put off your jacket and hand it over to Koopa. She takes it and quickly coats herself in it.
Much better this way. But now you'll be freezing.
She thinks for a few seconds.
How about I warm you?
Yeah, why not?
Okay then.
She turns around and hugs you. As you feel the warmth of her body, you suddenly notice that you were freezing. You sit there for a few minutes. You notice Koopa isn't watching the sky anymore. Instead, she's resting on your shoulder. As you watch her, she opens her eyes again.
Guess it's time to go to bed again.
She slowly gets up.
Let's go.
You walk back up the plains and walk into your house. As you reach it, you step inside and close the door.
Huh? I didn't even notice it's so much colder outside. Good thing we went back inside.
You walk back into your room and fall into your bed. Before you even notice, you fell back asleep. You awake again to something poking at you. You turn around and notice Koopa looking at you. She smiles at you and moves a bit closer. Uh-oh. Still smiling, she slowly lays her arms around you. She sits up a bit and moves her head towards your ear. Silently, she whispers to you to come closer. You feel the warmth of her body as she slowly hugs you. She looks deep into your eyes and smiles at you. Slowly closing her eyes, she moves closer, and so do you. As she reaches you, she slowly opens her mouth, and you feel her lips touching yours. And then you wake up. Ugh, it was a dream. But this time, for real. Still a bit confused, you sit up and think about what happened. It takes a while until you comprehend it was just a dream. A bit disappointed, you take your head to your right. She seems to have noticed that you looked at her for a while. You seem to not have reacted for a while. She gives you a confused look.
What is it?
tell her. I tell her everything.
Well, to be honest, I had a similar dream.
A bit flustered, she turns away from you as she blushes.
Well, we're here lying for quite a while now. Guess we should stand up now.
She slowly pushes herself up. Even though it's already day, the house seems very dim. Koopa walks towards your window.
What time is it? I'm so sleepy. Sure it's already time to get up?
She turns towards your clock and looks at it piercingly.
It's... I don't know. CarFlo, what time is it?
I tell her.
Well, 7 o'clock is quite early now, isn't it?
Indeed it is.
Normally I'm not awake this early.
She walks again to your window.
It's really foggy outside. But it's not raining anymore.
It kinda is, though.
Or at least I hear only a soft drizzling.
Yeah, I hear that.
But now, it's like the clouds are down here. Like they rained down and were brought into shape down here again. Wonder what they feel like. Say, did you ever experience such dense fog?
Not really.
Oh, well, I see. To be honest, I've never seen such a thing. You can't even see anything. Just a dense white. It's like the opposite of night. Just all white instead of black. Everywhere light, but still don't see a thing. Because the light has no meaning. It all comes down to water and the air. I'd really like to go outside right now. But first, let's get something to eat. I'm starving.
You both walk down into the kitchen, and you start to make breakfast. After half an hour, you're finished eating.
How about we head outside now?
It didn't really sound like a question, so you decide to go outside. You walk towards the door and open it. Koopa hesitates for a few seconds, then steps into the fog.
It's wet, and the floor seems to be squishy.
You both take a few steps outside.
Well, I can't see too far in this fog, and I don't want to get astray. So where do we go? Ah, I got it. How about we just walk down your forest path for now?
You walk around your house and enter the forest.
Well, we still can see only a few meters. At least we won't get lost as long as we follow the path.
You begin to walk down the path.
Eek! I thought it stopped raining, but there's still water dripping down. Well, I guess that's still left from yesterday. The leaves are sparkling. Guess they're still wet from yesterday.
Oh, I think you said that twice. She looks around herself while you continue to walk.
It really looks odd with this single rays of light shining through. Most of the path is rather dim, except for a few rays that are able to shine through. And these are decaying in the dense air. I can't even see them fading out towards the floor. And looking into the distance, just can't see anything. It almost seems like we're separated from everything else. Just you and me. Walking down this path, somehow I like it. It's somehow romantic, so to say.
You keep walking for almost an hour as you finally reach the end of the path.
Oh look, we reached the ending. But it seems like the fog has cleared up a bit. At least I could see the plains much more clear than before. Oh, and I didn't notice it had been snowing. At least a bit.
She looks down at her feet.
In the forest, it wasn't really there. But out here, the floor is covered with a fine layer of snow.
She walks a few steps forward.
Look, the whole world is covered in white. Seems like it has become winter. Odd. I didn't expect it to come that early. But it's really beautiful. though still a bit cold.
You also feel like it's a bit early for winter to arrive. And although it seems normal, you still feel a bit uneasy about it. Like a sense of foreboding. But you decide not to worry, Koopa.
Just one thing I'm wondering about. I thought the world was divided into biomes. So in the plains, it would never actually snow, because it was limited to the snow biomes, I think. But still, here's snow around. Not that I mind it though. Just kinda curious. Do you have an idea?
Now that you mention it...
So you think it's odd too? To be honest, I never really thought about it. And you know, I can't remember my past too good. But I guess I never saw the world like this. Though I have to say that I love it. It's like a complete new experience. I hope it stays like this, at least for a few days or so. I really like to explore this new world.
You keep walking over the snowy plains. After a while wandering through the silent world, Koopa suddenly stops.
Oh look, the sun is almost in the zenith. Guess it's noon already. And the fog has nearly cleared up. Guess it's the normal winter fog. Though I never saw the whole world covered in it. Only in snowy biomes. But it's now completely gone. And nothing testifies to the fact that it never existed. I find it always interesting how different the world can become from time to time. It's like with the rain. When it's raining, it's like you in a different world. Or when it's foggy like last night. And now, it's just a beautiful, bright winter day. Amazing, don't you think so? Though it will become colder in the coming days. And I don't really like to have to stay in the cold.
You can stay in my place if you want.
Really? Thank you very much. Well, how about we wander for a while more? And then head back. Home again. I'm slowly becoming cold again. So let's keep moving.
You see visibly relief starting to run over the plains. Try not to fall behind. You start to run after her. After a while of messing around with each other, you decide to head home.
I'm a bit tired, and the cold starts to get more tangible.
You head back to where you came from, and after a few minutes, you reach the entrance of the forest. 1 hour later, you stand in front of your house again. As you enter, you feel the warmth of your house, and notice it's much worse outdoors than you thought.
It's really cold out there. Let's warm up a bit.
She heads into the living room and sits down in front of the fireplace. You join her and chill a bit on a sofa.
Look, it's already evening again. Wonder if it's because the days get shorter or because we forgot the time. Whatever, I feel like it's time to sleep. After all, we've been awake since early morning. So let's get some rest.
You head back up into your room. Koopa walks towards the window again and looks outside.
Look, it started snowing. Guess it's really become winter.
You stand beside her.
It really seems peaceful out there. Just a bunch of white falling down from the sky in silence. And I just noticed I got really tired. Let's go to sleep.
She walks towards your bed and lays down. You dim the lights and then lay down beside her. After a few minutes, you silently hear Koopa talking to you again.
Now that we're lying here again, I have to think of this dream I had again. The dream we had.
She shortly hesitates, then smiles at you and moves a bit closer. Still smiling, she slowly lays her arms around you. She sits up a bit and moves her head towards your ear.
Come a bit closer.
You feel the warmth of her body as she begins to hug you. Still smiling, she looks deep into your eyes.
I don't want it to remain a dream.
Slowly closing her eyes, she moves closer, and so do you. As she reaches you, she slowly opens her mouth, and you feel her lips touching yours. She pulls you a bit closer, and she presses her lips into yours. You kiss her for a few minutes. Then she lays down her head on your chest. Still in her arms, you soon fall asleep. Good night, Koopa.
Or anyone. If I lay here, if I just lay here, would you lie with me and